And welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Yo!
Yeah! Woo-hoo. It's been two weeks.
2 weeks and a day.
We're a little bit late.
2 weeks and
12 hours.
About 12 hours late, but
yeah,
it's okay. You're still going to get the Gadget Spot goodness all up in your ears.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty great.
All right, let's do it, guys.
Okay.
I think it's kind of dark in here, and that's affecting our ability to
It kind of
be
dampening.
entertaining.
It's dampening the mood a little bit, which is kind of like Gadget Spot After Dark.
Yeah, are we going to do like a Gadget Spark After Dark episode now?
Turn the
we'll
light
take
on.
callers with sexy questions.
Yep. Tell us your most sexy situation that you've ever been in with a gadget, guys.
No.
Whoa.
New segment.
Why is somebody calling me?
Sexy
We
gadgets
didn't even
and good
give
times.
out my number.
This is weird. All right, let's go ahead and introduce the panel and get down to brass tacks. Owen.
Hey, I'm Owen. I've been here for a while, and I like gadgets and stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at TechNoan. I've been trying to up my tweet game recently.
You say that every week.
Yeah,
It's true, he does.
but I'm up 3 tweets this last 2 weeks.
Good job.
I need to get your
That's
Sprout social account.
150% improvement.
Each tweet is worth 50%.
Yeah, I made that up. I like math. I like math and making numbers and stuff, and I'm also in cryptocurrency, so I can do that.
Yeah.
So
You should be a social media wizard for
That's-
some Silicon Valley company.
yeah, I'll start a blockchain for it. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
anyway, that's it for me.
Been playing any games?
Yeah, I've been playing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's change. That's good.
I've been
Good.
playing cell phone games.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
that is worse than playing a no game.
I know. That's
hard
why.
pass.
I know. That's why last week I said I hadn't been playing any games because I was embarrassed. But then I got razzed for it, so now I'm not ashamed. Screw you guys. I've been playing cell phone games on the toilet.
No matter what you say, you get razzed.
Yep. So there it is.
You know what game you've been playing and winning at lately? Freaking fantasy football.
I'm 3-1.
Yeah. Do you know how bad that pisses me off?
I
try so hard and you beat me so bad.
I didn't try at all.
Yeah, didn't
I
have to
wait
say
for
that part.
Oh, okay. Well, let's finish introductions. We can talk about that in a second.
yeah.
I never knew you were so athletically inclined, Owen.
Me neither. Who knew?
Huh.
Anyway,
Well, Jaron, tell us how athletic you are.
The opposite of athletic. What would that be?
Non-letic.
Non-letic. Diabetic. No, that's
Nope.
not it.
No, that's still not it.
diabetes. Hey, anytime I hear the word diabetes,
Got to say it like Wilford Brimley.
yeah, yep,
Diabetes.
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 And I see the cat video that you sent me
Yes.
years ago of this
Diabetes,
diabetes.
beatus.
The cat saying diabetes.
Anyway, I'm Jaren at Jaren on Twitter. I've been playing some Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the expansion that's not an expansion?
Yes. Yes, it is. That's a good game. Graphics are still amazing. And I'm playing a lot of Destiny 2, but I will talk about that a little bit later because that's my game of the month.
Oh, man. We've had two introductions and 2 teases.
Yeah.
Dang. We're going to go 3 for 3, James?
With what?
Just
With
introduce
what?
yourself.
Oh, okay, cool. What's up? My name's James. You can find me on the interwebs, mainly on YouTube. You can search JDD Jensen. You know, I do videos here. I do it for Geek Show. I do it for RDPOV, which this week's episode will be, not episode, but little short, will be based on a Cyanide and Happiness comic, if you're into that kind of stuff. Lately, I've been playing a lot of, Far Cry 4. It was on sale for $15.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people tell me how good that gaming series is, even though I've never played any Far Cry games.
Luckily, they're not really connected.
Yeah. I
So
kind
you
of
can
figured.
just jump in on 4 and you're not missing like story or anything
It's
like
not the same character the whole time?
that. No.
Yeah, what's weird is I knew about the first Far Cry and he turned into like an animal or something, and then I heard a lot of people, like I've seen a lot of people post online that Far Cry Primal, where it's like the Stone Age.
Yeah, prehistoric times.
But I've heard a lot of good things about Far Cry 4. It was cheap. I picked it up. I played it for like an hour, didn't like it, and then I had nothing to do. And honestly, I'm in between good games right now. And it was between that or starting Fallout 4 again. So I'm like, might as well pick it up. And honestly, I like it. I don't love it. As soon as something better comes around, I'm going to drop it. But it's like a side chick.
Your days are numbered, Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Numbered.
But other than that, I picked up Golf Story. It's $15 on.
What is that?
It is like it's like an 8-bit golfing RPG.
What?
For the I'll let you play it a little bit if you want.
How can golf be an RPG?
I don't know. I'm about 30 minutes into it. I picked it up right before recording today. And that's why I brought my Switch, just in case we had any lull time. And I was going to play it, but I don't think we're going to have any. And we have a host.
Hey, I'm Tony. Quad T Tony. Woo! Check me out on Twitter at Quad T Tony, or right here on the Gadget Spot. Or
do you ever tweet? I haven't seen you tweet in ages.
It's been a while. I need to be better at it because
have I tweeted more than you in the last
I think
week?
you have actually. Yeah. I end up actually lately replying to a lot more tweets than tweeting from the beginning. You know
when Twitter in its infancy, you could see every reply from a user's account.
Really?
In your stream. I kind of liked that, and I kind of miss it.
Do you still not see a tweet by somebody if it starts with the @ symbol? If it's like a direct message to somebody?
Yeah.
That kind of bums me out. Because you still have to put the period and then the @
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's how it used to be. You could see every reply that person made, but not anymore for years.
Lame. Anyway, games. Oh, I've been playing... what have I been playing? Oh... South Park, The Stick of Truth. Great game.
On what system?
On PC.
Nice.
Very, very good. And also, that might be it. I can't think of anything else.
How do you like it so far? I've only heard good things about that game.
It's really good. I don't really like turn-based gameplay, turn-based RPG.
Were you not a big Pokemon fan?
Yeah, I liked it well enough, but
what about
I prefer real-time for sure.
Final Fantasy?
Yeah, not really.
Wasn't Dragon Age? Isn't that a little bit of turn-based?
No, it's
Dragon
all
Age real-time.
I think I was playing that game wrong.
But yeah,
it can be turn-based actually.
If you pause the game every
time. Is it
time,
Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Turn-based?
No, Mass Effect was never turn-based. That one's always been third-person shooter style.
Oh.
But anyway, Stick of Truth does a good way of changing its kind of dynamic a little bit, and a lot of RPGs have done this. You can also add button presses to the game itself while it's your turn or while you're defending to either increase damage or defend against damage, and so it adds a little more interactivity to the fights. But it's done so well, and the license is so much fun to watch with South Park that it doesn't bug me at all that it's turn-based. I'm really enjoying it.
Do you think any of you guys, and mainly this question's for Tony, but do you ever think you're going to pick up PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? I've heard that game blowing up
that was
lately.
the other game I've been playing.
You've been playing that one?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
So it's good. It's different.
Do the graphics kind of get to you?
No, they're all right.
Oh,
So I only played it on my laptop because I was playing it while I was on vacation with my uncle, or at my uncle's, and he was playing on his PC. But I was on my laptop and I didn't get a chance to go in and see how it looked on his PC. But I'll load it up on my computer and try it out there. But it's fun. The games are shorter than I thought they'd be each round.
Well, yeah,
because every I think 4 minutes or so they condense.
So how long's the average game?
I stayed alive for about 8, maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
I made it into the top 50.
Now, was that by you doing?
Round.
Did you kill a lot of people?
No, I ran from a lot of people.
That's one of those games where I feel like I will never get into, and I feel like I'm missing out. Kind of like Overwatch.
Yeah,
you're not missing out on anything with Overwatch, except
you used to love that game.
Yeah, but then it turned toxic. It's like a bunch of YouTube comments.
Oh, ugh.
But in real time, in
I
your
understand
ears.
that. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been playing. I feel like there's something else I've been playing that I just can't remember, but it doesn't matter. What was I going to say?
You were probably going to say that Stardew Valley is coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that comes out on the Switch.
Day after tomorrow on the Switch.
That could be good.
I think it'll be good.
If you like Stardew Valley, I mean, it's one of those games that it's a simple enough game, gameplay and mechanics that they can't really mess it up.
No,
porting it to the Switch, it's not like it's gonna.
Bit.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna push the hardware too hard or anything like that.
That's the perfect platform for the Switch.
It really is.
Yeah.
Wait, that game is the perfect platform. The Switch is the perfect platform for that game.
Hey, nailed it.
Language. English.
So
now all that I need is Rocket League on my Switch, and I'll be complete.
Oh, that's coming along. I hear coming along. All right, let's go ahead and do our Patreon. Did anyone pull up Patreon?
I got it.
Hey, nice.
Do we want to talk about what Patreon is before we get started?
Yeah.
Don't pick me this time.
All right.
James, tell us about
Gosh,
what
dang it.
Patreon is.
Yes.
So Patreon is you don't have to do it, but we appreciate if you do. Patreon is a website that you can go and that you can donate money to us, but in return we provide you with extra content and or shout outs on the TV on the show. In the past we've done short videos with shootings, we've done controller destructions, we've done challenges, and trust me, like, I'm not trying to make this title too clickbaity for you guys, but honestly, this month's October's video, if you like the YouTube channel Hot Ones, you're going to like this one. And if you don't know what Hot Ones is, go to YouTube, type it in, watch a couple of them. Me, Tony, and Owen, moderated by Jaren, and then we're going to have my co-host on RDPOV come and be the fourth person that's doing it. We're going to eat some hot stuff, and you can see us react, and I'm going to have Jaren ask us some hard-hitting questions while our mouths are on fire.
I'm so glad to be in that position.
I'm bringing milk.
I think we're gonna have ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're going to want ice cream.
Yeah.
And if you want to donate to us, you can find us at patreon.com/gadgetspot. And as little as $2 a month helps for everything that we do here on the show. But anything more than that, we will give you a call out on the show. But no matter what you pay, you will get access to the exclusive content. It is in no way required to listen to the show, obviously, but just know we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. It helps to keep the lights on, and it helps to pay for the Thrifty 50, which we do each and every month.
Hey, I just did one of those.
Indeed, we will
Yeah.
talk
It was
about
great.
Yep. And so a big, big thank you to the following people: AJ Jasper, David Osuna, Aaron Harris, Ryan Baker, Lindsay Lucas, Michael Beck, Matt Nelson, Jeffrey Kale, David Broshinsky, Roger Allen, Austin Beauregard, Dan Clark, Brian Lee, Conrad Southworth, Adam Hecht, and King Tommy of Fruppyland.
Oh, jeez.
I love the consistency.
Yeah.
That's good.
Guys, we really appreciate it. And a lot of these patrons came out to our meetup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
We met Lindsay Lucas, Adam Hecht,
David Osuna,
Austin
Austin
Beauregard,
Beauregard.
Yeah.
and Lindsay's husband, too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I've never, it's been years since I've drawn on a T-shirt. And
You did a great job at drawing, too.
I did not think that was going to come out as well as I did. I was really anxious about it.
Did you used to do signatures on girls' chests?
No, I would make my own T-shirts because I
all
wear
right.
ironic T-shirts to express my emotions, so they don't have to talk to people, so they can just see it. From
Would you
afar.
wear a T-shirt that just had pants written on it?
Yeah, anything.
Oh, cool.
I would make
Nice.
my own. But then I realized, as James pointed out, as he was redrawing the Gadget Spot logo on the front of the shirt, that I did mine on the back, which is still cool.
Yeah,
back
it makes it
graphics are
unique.
still a cool thing.
It's like the Zoe Deschanel of shirts. It's quirky.
Yeah.
Are you wearing your shirt backwards right now?
No,
Oh,
but
all right.
so backwards graphics aren't
Sometime.
as much of a thing, but they used to be, and I'm bringing it back.
No, you should have answered like Jerry answered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like wearing them like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I do.
But a big thank you to the patrons who came out to our meetup.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was like 5 more people than I expected to come. So that was awesome.
I had as much faith in our listeners as I do every time that I start a fantasy football league, and 14 people filled up super quick, and it was crazy.
I'm winning you on that. Did you know?
Yeah, I know vividly.
I barely try though. Like, you just told me watch your alerts, set it once or twice a week while you're pooping, which takes up from my valuable game time, I might add, and that's all I've been doing.
I love how it's a trifecta of razzing. I razz Jaren, and then you razz
Yeah,
me.
so James, every time you bring up fantasy football, it's going to remind you of Owen beating you.
Owen
It's going to
did-
remind me that I'm beating you until I don't. See, that's the problem, is that it's going to turn.
Nothing ever lasts.
If
Yeah.
this is your first episode, Owen beat me in fantasy football the first week, and I've been playing it for the last 6 years. He beat me by 60+ points
Yeah.
the first time we played.
And I didn't even go to the draft.
Why do you have to say that stuff?
auto-drafted.
Just like
It
imply it.
auto drafted.
Yeah.
You got beaten by auto drafting.
So it wasn't me. I'm
you-
just,
Trust the computer.
yeah.
This is why I need to pull a Dwight Schrute and keep a journal, so I keep secrets from my computer.
So this is what Tesla and other car companies need to do to prove that their autonomous driving is better than humans.
Have them do fantasy football?
No, just like create a video game of autonomous drivers versus human drivers and see who does better.
And give Owen the opportunity to head one, and then I'll head the other one. His will succeed, and mine will turn into Equifax, apparently.
Yeah.
Crash and burn.
A dumpster fire.
Am I the only one who thinks that Equifax should lose the right to hold on to people's information? Like, we should go to 2 big credit bureaus. Is there a reason why there has to be 3?
And am I the only one who thinks that it's pronounced Equifax?
Equifax.
It
I
is
thought it was Equifax.
It's Equifax.
That doesn't negate my point that I just made.
It's true.
We're all like,
I agree
pause.
with you, James.
We're all like, pause, grammar. Anyway, James.
You guys are like the physical form of the internet with how I say things.
Technically, you is a vowel, and so it should be Equifax. Technically, he's not wrong grammatically.
James, I completely agree with you. Now
So-
drown your sorrows in some.
The Rice Krispie treat.
Gushers.
Oh,
Gushers.
Gushers.
I don't do Rice Krispie treats. I do Gushers and chocolate.
Fair enough.
That's a chocolate Rice Krispie treat.
Whoa, chocolate wrapped gusher. Think about it.
Ugh.
What?
Actually, don't hate on it.
Disgusting.
Have you ever had volcano cake?
No.
A good volcano cake?
I haven't had
What's
cake.
volcano cake?
Volcano cake is that chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Or no, that's lava cake.
Oh, a chocolate molten lava cake?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that
Oh,
doesn't have
kind-
gushers.
The kind that they have at Chili's.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah,
Those
but
have
it-
always looked so good to me.
Oh,
But it's
they
the
are.
same thing as Gushers.
Yeah, but it's filled with
gooey and-
chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking fruit gusher inside a chocolate.
No.
That sounds
who would
awful.
do that?
That's what I'm saying. Is
That's
that what
the
you were
most-
talking about, Jaron?
Huh? No, just take a gusher, drip some chocolate on
See?
it, eat it.
That's what
Yummy.
I'm saying.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Why are you getting on me about that?
Haven't you ever had the chocolate covered
He's the one that likes it.
acai at Costco?
Yeah,
It's
but
pronounced acai.
Or is it pomegranate or something?
they do both, and they're delicious, but they're not high fructose corn syrup flavored sugar bombs.
Jaron, are you even allowed to eat that?
Yeah, I can eat whatever I want.
I want you to know, I've planned on bringing food to this several times, and then every time I'm like, I don't know how to make this gluten-free. Gosh dang it.
No, you just have to say a prayer like kosher, you know?
You should just ignore.
Is that what it
Jaren's
is?
feelings.
Is it a religious thing?
Yep.
You should just ignore Jaren.
That's
when
how-
it comes to that. and bring
Celiac
food.
disease is a religion.
Oh, it's.
Yeah.
I side with
How-
Owen on this one. I think.
How much food have I missed out on? I mean, how much are we talking here? What have you done, Jaren?
Actually, to tell you the truth, every now and then when Tony and I go to Geek Show, Carrie's wife buys this amazing pizza from, where is it, Papa John's?
Papa Murphy's?
Sure. And you always have to
it
be
is.
better than me.
Papa Murphy's, really?
Yeah, they
Murphy's
have
is awesome.
Take and bake
But they
pizza?
have
Yeah.
this like
It's a
Thai pizza.
chicken Thai pizza. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Very very delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I can actually eat Papa Murphy's pizza because they do gluten-free dough.
Well, you need to get the chicken Thai pizza.
Chicken Thai.
Way good.
I'll try it.
A little bit spicy, delicious. Speaking of food and spice,
There you go, James. Sorry.
uh,
Bring that next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
October 7th, we're in October, at a few specific McDonald's near you. You got to check on McDonald's website to find out.
I'm excited.
Rick and Morty has successfully brought back the Szechuan sauce.
Yes.
There will be Szechuan
I'm-
sauce.
I take on the responsibility of finding out which locations.
so
are
I
going
already
to do
looked
them.
in Utah.
Those are going to be
did you find them?
so packed. It's going to be ridiculous.
It is. I'm probably not going to go for that reason.
I'm
But
gonna go.
In Utah, there is the Salt Lake location that's right off of 400 South, I believe.
How'd you find them? Was there a website?
Yeah, there's a website.
Okay.
And then there is a Provo location that will have it.
Why do they not bring them back to all the McDonald's?
Because it's expensive and it's a niche and probably
Yeah,
caused,
but have you
it
tasted
probably,
their other sauces?
It probably caused cancer. That's why they pulled it.
Oh,
But
that's a
now
fair
it's-
point.
Now it's popular again, and they'll do anything for money and popularity.
Ricky Ticky Taffy.
So yeah, that's pretty great.
You can find that link to that website in the show notes, right? For where what locations are, because we've got listeners that aren't in Utah.
Yeah,
And I wonder if is it going nationwide then? Are they going to
yeah,
have
it's
it?
it's nationwide.
Awesome.
Select locations.
I just like their artwork that they're pushing out around the Szechuan sauce as well. If you have an opportunity, look it up. Or it's in our show notes, so there you go.
In Utah specifically, it is going to be Salt Lake City, 242 South, 700 East. Oh, so I was a little bit off. I was thinking of a different McDonald's. 242 South, 700 East, Szechuan available.
Oh man, I'm going to get that because I work right by there.
And in Provo, it is 211 West, 1230 North, Szechuan. So,
Hey, Megan.
Tony's wife just scared the bleep out of me.
It's because it's really dark.
It's so
in here.
dark, and suddenly she was there, and Oh.
Well, we can do this. Let's turn a light on.
What?
While he's turning the light
Isn't
on.
that better? So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Szechuan sauce. What are you really going to go? Oh,
I'm going to go. I'm going to make a concerted effort to get some.
man. So it's on the 7th though. That's a Saturday.
Oh, less okay. Oh. That's less good.
What's wrong with
So-
Saturday?
You guys keep talking. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
talk to Tony.
So I'm going to go because I want to get one to keep and one to eat. Just because I want to try it.
So, well, why couldn't you go on a Saturday then?
Oh, it's because it's taking out of my personal time.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
you would waste.
Work time for sure.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, all
got it.
day,
Dude,
Yep.
there is no length I won't go to waste work time.
Yeah, but my personal time.
That's a different story.
I'm
My
like
name
a
is
It's holy.
insert.
Jaron Esau, and I work at Flow Serve.
Oh
I just don't. Never mind.
no, I mean by waste work time. I mean balance the work-life happiness
Productively reassemble.
scale. Yeah,
Feels like we're crashing and burning here.
I'll
Back that
probably
up?
I'll
Let's-
probably still go, even though it's on a Saturday. Unless I get there and the line's out the door, then I'll just take a
Well,
pic. This is what I
I'm-
typically do. It happens the same thing when I went to the free sandwich day on Jimmy John's or whatever they did there.
It's never worth it.
Yeah,
Free,
that's
no,
the problem.
free cheesecake day, Cheesecake Factory.
So you know what I did?
No.
You know what I do?
Free Slurpee day.
I get
No.
there, and I get all motivated, and I go, and then I get there and I get in line. I'm like, this is why I pay money for stuff.
Exactly.
For the time I save. So what I'll do is I usually just take a selfie of me and then just be like,
Yeah, I was
decided, yeah, I was there, and
was
then
there.
decided not to go. So take that. Anyway.
Well, and I feel like Utah is worse when it comes to free stuff.
What are
you
the
went to-
worst.
You went to the Rick and Morty truck,
Yeah.
right?
We
And
went to the
was-
truck.
Was
I
that
went-
packed? That was packed.
There was
right?
like 4,000 people
Holy
there.
crap! That means that this is going to be
Yeah,
a nightmare.
that was bad.
This
They're not
will-
going to have enough.
Yeah, this will definitely, and that's the thing is it's limited quantities.
Is it a
too.
24-hour McDonald's? Because I'm going to have to go.
Oh, by the way, they don't start handing out Szechuan until 2 p.m. So that means you're going to have people lining up probably Friday night,
gag me.
and yeah. So
My
I mean, if
motivation
you want to
is-
brave that, good for you. But
I don't.
Listen,
I'm not going to do it.
I know you guys think that it's not going to come back, but I really do think that the executives at McDonald's are going to see the numbers and be like,
Is this a
we
fad?
should definitely do this.
Is this a fad or not? They have to determine whether or not this is
I
just
don't- I don't
a
think
Rick
it-
and Morty fad.
I don't think that it's a fad.
It
I think it's
totally
one of
is.
those things that they're going to look at the numbers from like a single day, and they're not going to be like, well, remember that one day that we made a lot of money off this sauce? It's really easy to make.
yeah, but they're
Yeah, but all the diehard Rick and Morty fans got there.
That's the
so
thing.
day 2
They'll
is going to
probably-
be me.
they'll probably
and
bring-
maybe one other person.
Is it going to be for longer than a day?
I have no idea how long.
no. It's from 2 till when they run out. They do have some cool
So 2:30.
Rick and Morty style artwork on the lid.
Really?
So, yeah, it says Szechuan, and it's got some Rick and Morty art style cartoon on there.
I like how it distances itself just enough away from Rick and Morty to
Yeah.
where they're not going to get in trouble.
This
For
is
sure.
gonna make the heads of what's his name that writes it, Dan Harmon.
Harmon.
Dan Harmon and Justin
Their
Roiland.
heads have to be so big now
Oh,
from
yeah.
being able to change a conglomerate like McDonald's.
back Szechuan
yeah, with a cartoon.
You know, if they put their brains together, they could probably solve the North Korea problem.
Probably.
I wonder if
With
they-
humor.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
just make a Rick and Morty episode about it.
It would fix everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys haven't seen this latest episode, have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Got to watch it this week or tonight, maybe tonight or tomorrow. Soon.
I would make
It's up there
I
now.
would make a point.
Yeah.
to
I
watch it
remedied my
tonight.
problem as
Oh,
soon as you told me. I remoted to
sweet.
my house and fixed it.
All right. Okay, we actually have quite a bit of Apple news. Let's go into that first, I think.
I say we just lightly touch on it because it's
Well,
been out for a little while.
But we're going to talk about the actual hardware, the reviews, iOS 11, and also the Apple TV. So
Apple TV.
we don't have to dwell on it for sure, but we do have some things to say. Let's start off with iOS 11. So I've had it on my iPad now for a few days, and I got to say it is great on the iPad.
It's awesome on the
is-
iPad.
It is everything that they promised it would be.
So when 11.0 first came out, it was pretty dang buggy, but all the major things I noticed were fixed when they put out 11.01 a
Okay.
week later. So Now's a good time to download it if you haven't yet, because now they're at 11.02, so most of the major bugs are gone.
Are there hardware limitations on that? How far back does that go?
5S.
Okay. Like my
Like
wife has
years
an
and
iPad.
years ago?
My wife has an iPad Mini that has been so terrible.
I think
first gen iPad Mini.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking how far.
I think if it has a 64-bit processor, it's supported.
Okay, I'll have to check because
If
I've been
it-
itching to rebuild that. And
All you got to do is go into settings and see if there's software update, and if there is, then you're good. If
Oh,
there's
good.
not, then you
there's
it
no
won't.
special. It's pushed out already. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yep,
Because Apple pushes it out all at once. There's no phasing,
yeah.
which I really like.
Yeah.
So I'd say, as far as the iPad go, iOS 11 is definitely a win. I like that you can actually look at your storage with folders.
Yeah, and there's
finally.
Well, it's not storage of the iPad itself. It's different web services.
Right.
Yeah.
And then wait, isn't I thought you could get to the iPad
I don't think so.
iCloud Drive locations. Oh,
Told you.
what? I am now disappointed.
They don't want you looking at that.
Yeah,
But
they never let you. I thought that's what I thought because they normally don't let you into the root.
I just
folder.
assumed.
I think 5 years ago it was really annoying, but now that we have
I mean,
web
it's-
storage
yeah, it's
everywhere,
not
I don't
as
think
big of a deal,
I don't
but
think it's as big of a
still.
deal anymore.
I do, however, for sure like the new what do they call that?
The dock.
Dock.
I love the dock.
The dock's real nice. It shows you your last 3 open apps right there at the bottom, and resizes depending on how many things you have in it, as well as it moves when you go from landscape to portrait. It moves with you.
That makes it feel a lot
Wait,
more
can
like
you-
a Mac.
Yeah.
Like a MacBook.
What do you mean it moves with you?
Yeah. So
It from landscape to portrait will
So
stay
when
on the
you-
bottom.
yeah, when you bring up
I want to see if it does something. See, that's the
It
one thing that I
resizes.
wish that it would do. Okay, so flip it the other way. I wish that you see how the app store is right there.
Yeah.
I wish it would stay right there, but then just rotate the apps. Does that make sense?
where's
like-
the app store?
Like, let's say like your
yeah.
apps, like the way that it's laid out.
So
see how it like
Oh, it doesn't keep the same layout. Yeah.
well, it keeps the
it keeps the same layout as in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
they
5,
would
6, 7.
have to do something. They would either have to shrink the icons or rearrange it some
because
way.
you're going from 4 across to 5 across.
Yep.
Huh.
And trust me, I understand why,
Yeah.
but I wish that was a setting.
On the iPhone, it wasn't as big of an update. The control center is much improved now.
Yeah,
I
same-
really like the control center.
Same
now.
with on iPad. I'll give them that.
But other than that, on the iPhone, it's not too big of an update. And in fact, they took away some things. You can't fast switch between apps anymore by doing a 3D touch on the left side. They took that away. They say they're going to bring it back, but it's pretty annoying. And also on the landscape keyboard on the Plus phones, they took away a lot of functions on that as well, which is annoying.
That's kind of lame. Has the miniature updates since then fixed the battery? Because I remember you saying it nuked your battery.
Battery life was horrible when 11.0 came out. It's gotten a lot better. I don't think it's still to the point where 10 was, but
So
it's not bad.
You still have less battery than you did before.
It seems that way. I could be wrong, but it's not eating it nearly as bad as it did when 11.0 first came out.
All right. So that's iOS 11 in a nutshell. Now let's talk about some hardware reviews we've been reading on the phones. The 8 and the 8 Plus. Well, pretty much it's an iPhone.
Solid improvements, but nothing too exciting.
Yeah, it's they're on the 4th generation now with the same exterior version.
The 8 didn't get the new chip, did it?
Yeah.
It got the A11. Is
Yeah,
that what they're calling
yeah.
it?
So internally, they are exactly the same as the iPhone X.
Right.
The only thing you're getting with the X is the smaller bezels and a slightly better camera.
Yeah, but the camera in the 8 Plus is the highest rated camera from DxO Mark, which is a big deal to some people.
Yeah.
So it's a really good camera.
Yeah, the reviews I've said basically it improves in every aspect except for the exterior design itself,
Which is the same.
which is the same as it's
Right.
been for since the 6 and the 6 Plus.
I think it's pretty boring at this point.
It is, and you still, when you compare it to the stuff that Android has on the market right now, the flagships, there's so much bezel on those those 8 and 8 Pluses.
But it looks like there's quite a bit of bezel on the new Pixels that are going to be announced tomorrow, though.
Half as much as the 8. And the
I
8
agree,
Plus.
but still more compared to like what Samsung, LG, Apple are doing.
Maybe.
This bezel-less, corner-to-corner glass is what or whatever they're calling it, screen, corner-to-corner screen, which is a lot of people are trying to go for now.
Yeah.
So
We'll see how it looks later this week at the actual official unveiling. You'll hear about it in 2 weeks from us. I'm sure you read about it before you hear about it from us. Apple TV. So Jaron has had his for a little bit now.
Yeah.
How dat?
How dat?
How dat?
Dat pretty good.
Nice.
It almost has me convinced to get an Apple TV over like a Roku or like an Android TV.
So it is pricey. $179.
Yep.
You can get so many other boxes for cheaper that do support 4K and HDR. In fact, Amazon just announced one, a new Fire TV. I think it's $69. It supports
For
4K and HDR.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But-
Roku just dropped their whole box down $30 to $100 for their Ultra.
Yeah,
So-
but saying that, though, there are a lot of advantages with the Apple TV in that it supports Dolby Vision, which is a big deal, I think. If your TV supports Dolby Vision, I would totally try to get a Dolby Vision box. It does look better than HDR10. Apple TV can do both. All the other boxes mostly just support HDR10, like the Amazon box, the NVIDIA Shield,
How's the
etc.
performance on it?
Performance is good. Honestly, I don't notice too much of a difference from the previous generation, but the performance wasn't bad on the previous generation either. Some things do seem to load quicker.
How's the keyboard?
Horrible, just like it's always been. But honestly, every single on-screen keyboard for streaming boxes are never good anyway.
Yeah, they're never easy to use, but
It feels like Siri has improved a lot.
that was my next question.
Yeah, so using Siri instead of the keyboard really works well. And you could even use Siri for passwords by spelling out the password. It works pretty well.
That's pretty good. I was almost ready to give up my my Shield TV from NVIDIA. I know, blasphemy from Tony, the NVIDIA shill over here, but NVIDIA released a new update just last week for it and fixed the problem I was having. Before, I would try to stream games from my gaming PC, which it touts as, supposed to be awesome. I even gave it its own network on my Wi-Fi, so those are the only two devices on that network, and it was still janky. But the update they put out last week solved it.
It looks wonderful now.
It now plays great. It's
They say
not
what
janky.
it was?
No, they didn't say. But they just put out the update, and I was like, I might as well try it before I decide to dump it. And I was like, oh wait, this works now.
It's working great.
So now I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I gonna stick with the Shield and get rid of and not do the Apple TV, or should I do both?
Do both.
I guess
But-
I hate.
I agree.
Switching, though.
I agree. There are some caveats with the Apple TV. It doesn't support Dolby Atmos yet. They say they'll give it support. So most people it won't affect at all because most people don't have Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, you're
but
talking about a small percentage of a percentage.
for those very few, it would be pretty annoying. Another thing is, unlike other boxes, it keeps its HDR mode. And this is kind of important because on HDR TVs, when you switch from normal to HDR, it kind of flashes the TV, takes a good 3 seconds for it to initialize into the HDR mode. And most boxes, they will switch to HDR when an HDR movie's playing and then switch back when you go back to the menu or go to another video. The Apple TV doesn't do that. It stays in HDR mode all the time.
So it kind of upscales things
Yeah.
to HDR, or attempts to.
Yeah. And I honestly think this was the right decision. I know there's a lot of people out there on the internet saying, oh, Apple screwed up. But to me, it's really annoying when it switches because it literally takes 3 to 5 seconds. I haven't seen a TV that it's quicker than that. So the fact that it stays in HDR means it's seamless when you go back to the menu, when you go into something else. Some people have been saying that the picture looks blown out on non-HDR content. I really haven't noticed that. There were 2 instances where I thought it looked blown out, but it's possible that that's just how the video was. Or it's possible that it's just a bug that it manifests itself at random times. But I've most of the content I watch isn't in HDR, and I haven't really noticed any bad image quality from that.
See, I would have sided with the complainers until you told me that the menu is HDR. So that means anytime you go back from what you're watching to the menu, it would have been a 3 to 5 second delay
Yeah.
before you saw what was going on the home screen.
That'd be annoying.
And so, yeah, if you want to switch shows real fast, or if you start a show and decide, oh, wait, not this show, and you have to go back,
Yeah, the way the
Ugh.
Xbox does it,
that would have been the worst.
when you launch Netflix, it goes into HDR mode, and the whole Netflix app is in HDR. But when you quit Netflix, it goes back to SDR. So you can keep Netflix running in the background, go back to the Xbox menu, and everything is in HDR still. But as soon as you exit the app completely, then it switches back. And since there's so many apps that are open all the time on the Apple TV, since it does multitasking, I don't know how they would have done that otherwise.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think they made the right call with that.
And the fact that they upgraded all of your movies to 8 to 4K for free is awesome. But not all the movies, because it depends on when the studio puts out 4K movies.
Older movies obviously aren't going to get the 4K upgrade. Movies older than 5 or 6 years, even probably older than 3 years. But,
so and they need to remaster them and do all sorts of stuff. So I'm guessing that more movies will switch over to 4K as time goes on. But right now, probably 25 of my movies have switched over to 4K.
Nice. So
I would give it.
What would you rate it?
8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
The TV app is still an abomination, like I've said many times, and it's not perfect. It could be a little bit faster, but I really like it.
What HDMI cord do you need for it?
You just need a 18 gigabit per second HDMI cord that supports HDMI 2.0.
Honestly, most of the HDMI cables you buy nowadays are the 18 gig ones, so you can get them from Amazon for $5 a cable. They're not expensive. But it is a pain in the butt to have to wait for it to show up, because if you go to Best Buy and you get one, you're still going to pay $15 or $20 for it, whereas on Amazon you get it for $5 or $6.
I bought one on Amazon for $6. One more thing really quick. Not all apps have upgraded to 4K HDR yet. I think only Netflix has. So YouTube still needs to be there. Amazon still needs to be there. Well, Amazon needs to be there, period, because it's not even on the Apple TV yet, but it will be soon.
Did Voodoo get 4K HDR yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Which I will brag that a lot of the content that we've been putting out lately has been in fork.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
you call it fork too?
Fork.
I was doing this with Tony earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
He was. You guys are... That's
two
a high
alike
five.
sometimes.
Same wavelength.
But, well, I don't know who my dad is, so...
way to shoehorn that in again for another episode, James.
You just want attention.
Good job.
Although half the time you can't tell when it's in fork because it's so dark in the office that we shoot that it kind of like distorts it a little bit. It's not the best quality.
Yeah, well,
so
it's YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about it.
Meh.
Okay. Also, one more Apple news. Jaron and James.
Yeah,
have some Apple Watches.
Yep. So I just got mine off of KSL. I bought my Apple Series 2.
Oh, you got a Series 2. Nice.
With I think it has one more year left on its Apple Care, which the dude transferred into my name. I got it for $250 on KSL, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I bought my wife an Apple Watch about 3 or 4 months ago. And she uses it every day. So I bought it for her in the hopes that she wasn't going to wear it, and then I would just take over. And
that's kind of like when Homer bought Marge a Christmas present or a birthday present. It was a bowling ball that said Homer on it.
Yeah, so I bought it for her.
That's a great idea. I gotta think of how I can incorporate this into my life.
Well, the other thing...
just kidding, wife.
Because she
actually listens.
Yeah.
Look, honey, I got you a video game. I hope you love it.
Star Wars Battlefront
2.
This is for you.
You're welcome. So I got it, and it's amazing for keeping me updated on my appointments. I've started using my Outlook calendar at work more and my Apple calendar. It's awesome.
So what would you rate it?
Probably an 8 out of 10. I wish it was a little bit. I understand, but I wish it was a little bit thinner.
Uh-huh.
I wish that the screen was always on.
Oh, yeah, that's my main want.
I mean, it's really good at detecting, but every now and then,
sometimes one of my kids is on my arm, and I'm like trying to check the time. Oh, I did it that time.
You and I have the same watch face too.
Yeah,
I took it off.
So anyway, I'm coming from the first generation Apple Watch, not the Series 1, but the first generation. And that one I sold after about 6 months. It was...
You didn't have it that long. I feel like it was like 6 weeks.
No, no. I had it like from May to like October. Anyway, It was a very kludgy experience. Apps took forever to load.
What apps do you use on your watch besides
Nest.
the basic? Really?
Yeah, I love Nest.
Oh, maybe I should start using that.
Tiles on there, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it was kludgy. It was slow. It was buggy. It wasn't a really good experience. So I now have a Series 3. Oh man, completely different now. The software is so much improved. Things are so much faster.
Wait, you actually have it?
Series 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just showed it to you.
Oh cool.
Remember when he was like, "We have the same watch face," and you looked at his watch face?
Well, I saw it, but I didn't know it was the Series 3. I thought that was your other one that you were going to get a Series 3.
Yeah. So anyway, they've improved it a ton, and it's really only a good experience if you use the Apple first-party apps.
Yeah.
Because if you use a different email client, the email is going to suck on it. If you're going to use a different messaging service other than iMessage, messages are going to suck on it. So if you live in Apple's ecosystem, it's awesome. If you don't, not so much.
Yeah.
But since I do live in Apple's ecosystem, I think it's great.
Wait, you're using the Apple Mail client now again?
Yeah, I am.
You hated that.
I still kind of do it. The only thing I really hate is it doesn't do push Gmail still.
Huh.
It's still on a fetch, 15 minutes, every 15 minutes. I always try to go to a different email client, but the other email clients end up being slow to boot, and it just drives me crazy, so I always go back to Apple's. But it's a good product. Like James said, I wish it had an always-on screen. It might be another couple years before that happens.
Mine has always on.
Yeah, it does.
Moto 360 Sport, baby.
Yeah, but it's not always backlit, though.
That's okay.
Yeah, I still rather have that than nothing.
Is it okay?
It is. I like it.
Okay.
Android watches do that. They find ways to have an always-on screen. That'd be nice. But
I can't really find anything else to complain about with the Apple Watch. I really like it. It helps me keep track of stuff as a watch should.
Yeah.
But I'm using it more than I thought. And honestly, another thing I don't like is how much it shows me that I'm not moving during the day.
Yeah, I turn those off.
It's
kind of annoying.
I hate knowing how lazy I am.
It's like
Exactly.
It's like that green leaf in the car that tells you, like in the electric cars,
Yeah.
that tells you how eco-friendly you're being. I don't want to know that.
Hey,
just get me to where I want to go.
Yeah, don't tell me I'm burning down trees. Like, no.
Yeah. Speaking of acting and moving and stuff, I kind of want to tell you what my next project's going to be that I'm starting in like a month. Can I do that really quick? Shoehorn my stuff in?
Not on the notes.
Can I rate it first?
You didn't put it on the.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna rate it an 8. Also,
There
solid,
you go.
but it's not my favorite thing in the world.
See,
So-
it just told me to stand up, and I'm not going to.
If third-party apps were better, I'd rate it higher.
What they need
if
to
it
build
had,
in is a taser that can force you to stand up.
Ooh.
Stand up or
So
else.
it activates my legs.
Yeah, they're just. Well, it shocks you, and they're like, you can either stand up and burn, and stretch and burn some calories, or we're going to give you a seizure.
I feel like that's a point A to point B to paralysis.
Yeah,
Indeed.
So my first Apple Watch, I would have probably given a 6. This I give an 8.
Nice.
that's a good rating.
All right. Even though it's not on the notes, James.
Well, it's because I want to talk about it. I want to reveal what it is. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been gaining some weight lately.
I have noticed actually.
Really? So no,
I didn't want to say it,
I have on purpose. I've intentionally.
but I did. I do want to say it.
Yeah, me too. I've been gaining weight on purpose. Yes.
I thought it was just a bandwagon thing, like that you fell off a CrossFit or something.
No.
Oh,
Okay. Well.
anyway.
Anywho, I've been intentionally
really
gaining
notice.
weight because
Yes, intentional.
starting on the 1st of November, I'm going to start filming a mini doc about me going on a superhero diet. So I hired a personal trainer, a nutritionist, and for the months of November and December, I'm working out 7 days a week. I'm doing like what they do in Hollywood to get like in shape, and I want to film and document my process and my progress.
You know that time the mean comment I said about your chin?
Yeah.
That was probably why. Because you were deliberately gaining weight.
I hadn't started gaining weight then.
Oh.
I think Jaren's just trying to take credit for your idea, saying he helped you get to there.
Oh, no. But it's been fantastic because anytime I'm hungry, I make sure I eat.
Make sure
something.
I want you to grow a beard during this process too.
Why?
He is scruffy.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying.
a
Just
little
let
scruffy.
it go.
I'm getting a nice haircut from Megan tonight.
Start wearing pajamas
He is.
everywhere you go.
He basically
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
wearing shorts because my pants don't fit anymore because I've gotten too big. I'm up to
How long has it taken?
I'm up to 225
From what?
215. I gained like 10 pounds.
How
Because
long?
every meal I'm eating like Betos, Taco Bell. I'm dead serious. Anytime I'm hungry,
That's how
anytime
I
I'm
eat
a
normally.
little
That's-
hungry.
You got to eat the sugar. That'll pack on weight better than
For
anything else.
breakfast, I have like 3 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, yep,
3
that'll
bowls.
do it. That'll do it. Have a shake.
I drink a lot of soda.
Shake for lunch and then a sensible dinner.
And I'm about to start recording like little testimonials, but I feel very lethargic lately. I'm just not happy in
I'm
general.
confused. That's my normal diet, so
I was
I'm
going to say,
confused. I don't get it.
That's what I do. I actually did something like that in college. Actually, I was in a video production class, and my partner and I did a 30-day body transformation video. Where
How'd it go?
It went pretty good.
You still have the video?
Yeah,
Do you, wanna
Do you
put
still
it up
have the
on
body?
Gadget Spot?
maybe. No, I don't, because I've gained a lot of success weight since then. Success weight.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Can we throw it up on Gadget Spot as the Throwback Thursday?
Yeah, I think so. If I can find it, I
Yeah.
have it somewhere around here.
Find it.
But basically, for 30 days, I did my normal. I worked out a lot more in college. I was
You had time.
yeah, I had more time. I was a 3 to 5 times a week
And you were less
weightlifter.
successful.
Yeah, and I
Right.
was less successful, so I had less weight.
Mhm.
And so what it was a study to see if nutritional supplements did anything. So
And what was the outcome?
the outcome was, according to what I found, for me anyway, that's the problem. This isn't very scientific
Yeah.
because it was just one person. With the nutritional supplements, I did a pre-workout, a creatine supplement, and a protein shake.
Yeah.
And in 30 days, I put on, I think it was 11 pounds of muscle
Wow. Yeah.
or something like that.
That's
it was
crazy,
mostly
man.
muscle anyway, I think.
Well, and I was going to say too, so just look for it. I'll obviously pimp it. As you guys see me later, I'll probably be like way more tired or amped up, one of the two.
One of the two.
It'll be coming out mid-January.
Neat. That'll be cool. Hey, why don't we keep rolling with some James topics?
Yeah.
And let's talk about Amazon's stuff.
Yeah, have you guys seen the new Amazon hardware that's
I
coming out?
have.
And what do you guys think about it?
I think it looks kind of cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a HomePod.
Yeah.
Just like what Sony put out.
It looks like a taller HomePod,
Yep.
like a taller, thinner HomePod.
This is the new Echo, right?
It looks
Yeah.
shorter and squatter to me. I could be
Well,
wrong.
I think the proportions to me made it seem taller in my head. It's definitely thinner looking than the HomePod, but the price too. It's $99.
Yeah, they have the price, which is awesome, and it looks nicer.
Suppose-
Oh, sorry, this is James' thing. Sorry, go for it.
No, keep talking. I'm actually pulling up the show notes right now so I can actually pull up the
Oh.
hardware specs.
I need to get this. See, I've been waiting to get an Echo.
didn't-
I
you
got the
didn't put
Dot.
any-
I got the Dot, and we've been sorely what's the word?
Displeased?
Displeased. Thank you. With the lack of a speaker, I thought it wasn't going to bug me as much because we have some Bluetooth speakers to hook to it.
Yeah,
But they
that's
keep-
never a good experience.
No, like they keep getting disconnected. She keeps being an idiot.
You're talking about
Honestly, the
Alexa.
Yeah.
the only thing preventing me from buying one is it does not integrate with Apple Music, and that happens to be the service that I pay for.
Right.
Oh, I kind of wish I was on Spotify.
Well, and the other thing that I don't really like too, I don't know if you guys experience this, but if you actually buy music on Amazon, you have to specify play X song from my library. You can't just say play X song.
No, that's
and it won't just
annoying.
automatically say that.
That's the main problem with Alexa, because you have to be very specific in what you say compared to like Siri or Google Assistant, where I think it's a lot more lax. But Alexa does do more functions, though.
I've been
Yeah.
playing with the Google Assistant on the new Pixel phone because it's a lot better than it was on the Nexus.
Do you guys ever curse at your
even though it was
past tense
software,
self?
it just didn't
Yes.
seem to work right. And we played games and stuff with that Allo. What's it, Allo that plays
Google
games?
Allo?
Google
Yeah.
Assistant. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun. The kids and I played some games with that.
Yeah. Well, I put this in the show notes, but
Didn't put
apparently
any.
Past Tense James went to the website that held all the specs and was like, hey, do you want to put in the URL? Nah.
He
I'll
didn't-
just have future tense James worry about that.
It's like,
I went to the website.
let me go here on the notes and find the link. Oh, and I tried to warn him when he first went. I was like, "There's no link."
And I put my hand on Tony's chest. I'm like, no, Tony, I got this. Past tense James wouldn't be that
He wouldn't do this to me.
mean.
Past tense James has done a lot of mean things to you.
Anywho, so
I never trust past tense Jaron. He's
signing
a
you
jerk.
up, signing you up to with a professional workout person. Like past tense James is
Past tense James signs up for free trials all the time, been like, and is like 30 days in the future, James is going to have to deal with this, okay?
He'll cancel it. He'll remember.
Past tense Jaron ordered an Xbox One X.
And a Tesla?
A SNES Classic. He just orders a bunch of crap, and he leaves future Jaron holding the bill.
Indeed,
Are you at
he
least
does.
having fun with it, though?
The SNES Classic?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't even work. I had to return it.
It doesn't work? What do you mean it
He
doesn't
got,
work?
he got a lemon.
Yeah.
No way.
It was broken.
Which is why I wanted the other one.
I think
It powered up, but there was no video output. So I had to take it back to Best Buy, and of course they didn't have any in stock. So I just had to get a refund.
I don't let past tense Owen do a lot of things that mess with future Owen. I just do them right then when I want. When I'm financially destitute because of it.
So future Owen and past Owen have an agreement.
Mm-hmm. I live like 2 feet in the grave, like at all times. So
future Owen's like, oh, can't blame past Owen. I agree with him.
See, and for me, drunk James, when I reach a certain level and I put on headphones and I start listening to Angels and Airwaves, their first album, thank you, and I hop on
Still not good.
Amazon and I order stuff, and then a couple of days later, I even sometimes write little notes into it with myself.
you send yourself notes from the past?
Dear future James, I hope you enjoy this.
Be a better
Suck it, James.
Yeah, but you would think that it's coming from like some World War II vet that's stuck in like the trenches in Germany. Like, be a better man than I was, James.
Please enjoy 10 pounds of honey roasted peanuts.
Actually, in all seriousness, that's when I ordered that like 10-pound bag of gummy bears.
You did?
Yeah.
10 pounds.
Because I secretly thought I was going to get diarrhea,
The Haribo frog.
You-
and it doesn't work.
You bought the sugar-free ones?
Yeah.
You have to buy
No,
the sugar-free
you have
Well,
to buy
no,
the sugar-free
I don't
ones.
think you can buy the sugar.
No, they took them
What?
off because they
They're
were.
sugar-free gummy bears?
Yes, you should buy some.
They don't make them anymore because they gave everyone terrible diarrhea.
Worth it.
Not worth it.
Go
I've
check out the videos of that on YouTube if you haven't. Even though it's like a throwback to like, I don't know, what, a year, 2 years ago.
Probably 3 years ago.
It's a while, but watching these college kids, these like college guys, like, I'm gonna do the gummy bear challenge, and they would do it. Oh, it's the most devastating video you watch on YouTube.
I'll throw it in the show notes. There's the LA Beast does a challenge where I think he eats it in like 30 minutes or an hour.
He does a
like
ton
the
of challenges.
Entire bag.
What?
Oh,
The
what an
entire
idiot.
bag in like 30 minutes. I'll look it up. I'll throw in the show notes so you guys can see it. But just a heads up, it's definitely not safe for lunch.
It's almost as dumb as
Or-
decimating.
I
your
love
taste
that
buds.
acronym.
Have you? Yeah.
It's almost as bad as decimating your taste buds with hot sauce, but not quite.
Not quite.
Which, by the way, another Patreon plug. I'm dead serious. Right now is the time to subscribe for the month of October. I'm going to have the video out. We're going to record it the next time we get together on the 16th, right?
Yep.
And then I'll probably have it up sometime that week.
And you get 2 Patreons for October since we didn't put one out for September.
Because we're a little bit late. Okay, so that's enough about Amazon stuff, I guess. New Fire TV, we mentioned already. It's going to have 4K HDR and a more reasonable price. What, like $70? Was it?
Yeah, I think it was 70, and it's really only worth it if you're in Amazon's ecosystem because I don't even think they have a ultraviolet app yet.
Ugh.
So like no Voodoo, nothing like that.
And then also briefly, there's been an update on the Atari box.
Woo!
So
It's a lot more ambitious than I thought it was going to be.
which means, in my eyes, is probably going to fail.
Yeah, it's going to fail even more.
Because they said the price on this thing, well, first of all, specs. They didn't give solid specs, but they said it's going to be an AMD-based system on a chip. So
Probably going to be Jaguar
yeah,
based.
it's going to be probably similar to an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4. That isn't to say that it'll be as powerful, but it'll be same architecture.
Well, I would hope it'd be at least as powerful as the original Xbox.
I would think it
Because that's
would need to
4
be.
years old now.
Yeah, and they're charging between $250 and $300. But what are they trying to accomplish with this? I can't figure it out. Like,
No
it's
idea.
going to come preloaded with some classic Atari games. They said
Which nobody really cares about
that's the
anymore.
problem. There's very little demand for that in the marketplace. If you
ET,
ask
bro.
me,
Because I mean, people have fond memories of Nintendo games,
yeah.
but that was a different era because the Atari games were just so basic. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people out there who are like, yeah, Atari, I'm so excited about.
Some people just opened up their laptops and were like, "No, you did not."
Yeah,
And they're like, "Clackety, clackety, clackety, clack."
Yeah.
I don't know. It smacks of Ouya to me is the
Totally.
problem. Ouya was supposed to be the next revolution in consoles, using Android as the operating system and doing, inexpensive consoles that you can upgrade every year, every 2 years. Now, Atari isn't saying they're going to have that, but they're basically trying to shoehorn themselves into a marketplace that they don't really have demand or even, honestly, like that much business being in right now at this point.
Another surprising thing is it's going to run Linux, not a flavor of Android, which is really interesting.
Which
now
is
that
moot.
could be
I mean,
interesting.
Android is Linux, but
right, but
it's not Android. It's a different fork of Linux.
Fork. The thing that could be interesting is if they're able to make this compatible with PC games on Linux,
Like a Steam box?
that would make a valid push for a Steam box for $250 or $300 if it played things.
I think that would be
smoothly.
the only chance they have is if they made it a Steam box.
Yeah.
But even then, Steam boxes failed.
It's true. It has not done well.
But
So-
the console is gorgeous, though.
It does. It looks real pretty.
It looks really cool.
So it's a shame. It looks like they spent all their money on designing the
Yeah.
outside of it.
I think this company has as much of a chance as Essential does with the Essential phone.
Yeah.
I still remember when my buddy ordered the Ouya. It was such a cool concept.
I had an Ouya.
Did you?
I ordered.
You still have it?
I kickstarted it. No, I
Yeah,
sold
that
it.
was his biggest regret.
What was it, like $100?
$100. I think I ended up selling it for like 70 or something.
Did you get any enjoyment out of
No,
it?
not even a little bit, because the menu was just the menu and the controller were so janky. I tried to play a couple games. It was garbage, just pure garbage. It was terrible.
Towerfall came from that, and that is a great game.
The only good thing to come from Ouya was Towerfall.
Yeah, but it's on
That is
PlayStation
it.
now.
Yeah, and it's on PlayStation. Anyway, okay, let's head into some Destiny 2 review.
Hey, that's me.
Area.
So I got my game of the month, Destiny 2, and it is a good game. So I'm going to review it from the perspective of a casual Destiny player.
Okay.
I will never go on a raid. I don't even know what those are. I played
How
Destiny
can you
1.
review it if you're not going to go on a raid?
He's
The thing
reviewing
is-
it from the perspective of a casual player.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you're not a casual player of Destiny, then you already have Destiny 2. You've already
That's
played
true.
it, and you're not going to listen to me.
You're
So-
already there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I take it back.
So I played Destiny 1 for like 15 hours. The story was incomprehensible to me. I even watched this like hour and a half long Destiny story retrospective on YouTube.
Yeah, because if you don't get the story from the game, you get it from these things that are called like
Grimoire
cards.
Yeah, and you have to
And
like,
nobody
go
wants
to their website.
Read?
But the lore of Destiny...
Dang it.
I thought you were
wants to
gonna.
read.
I thought you were gonna be more specific. Nobody wants to read grimoire cards, but no, just
No,
read
if
in
I
general.
want to read, then I'll pick up a book. But like, I play video games to escape reality.
I agree
nice,
with
very
you. So
nice.
I played it for 15 hours. It was fun.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. But Destiny 2, I think they righted every wrong from Destiny 1.
Nice.
I've played it with my brother. That's when it's at its best, is playing with another person.
Yup.
But the story is really good. It's actually kind of brought me in. It makes sense. I like the characters. I want to keep playing. I haven't beat the game yet. It'll probably take me months to do that, honestly. But the gameplay is just so tight and
It's
good.
Bungie.
It's
you know?
Bungie,
man.
Yeah.
Awesome guns. It just feels right. Just battling 100 enemies at once, it's cool. So I really like it, and honestly, I never would have bought it if it wasn't paid for by Patreon, me doing this review. But I'm glad I did, because it's a good game. I would give it 9 out of 10.
All right.
There's really not much I can complain about.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I was going to say, because I was a diehard Destiny 1 player. I mean, I probably put easily 200 hours into it plus, and it's playing with other people that keeps you involved in a game like that. So I was what's called a hardcore Destiny player, but like I bought every expansion reluctantly every time, but just because I had a Facebook group that I started, and I don't know. Destiny 2, I don't care how tight it is. I don't care about how cool the story is. That's a game that has burned me so bad that I'm out of that franchise.
But I will never get serious into it. So Destiny 2, I think, works as a casual game.
Yeah.
I'll probably never play with people I don't know. I'll just probably play with my brother, and that's it. And I'm having a lot of fun.
9 out of 10. We have several video game newses from Owen.
What?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, what video game news is there?
The ones that you posted under your name on the show notes.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if those are legit.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one this week.
The one?
He
Wait,
was
what?
he was looking at
I only
cryptocurrency.
did
Oh,
one.
there's a surprise.
Do you
What
look
are
at?
talking
I
about? You
didn't-
got Nintendo.
Yeah.
You got HDMI console.
Oh,
news.
yeah. Okay.
You also have
You
buy
said
and sell
video-
games on Xbox.
Yeah, you said video games like I play. I haven't been
Do you
playing
look
video
at
games.
cryptocurrency stuff recreationally now?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's sad.
recreation. You mean
I-
addictively?
I feel a little responsible for that. I'm not going to lie.
It's Tony's fault. Let's
Oh,
not-
yeah, it's
let's
Tony's
not,
fault.
It's my fault.
It's Tony's
Dang it,
fault.
Tony.
Tony did this to me.
You used to
Owen
be
can take
normal.
the most boring, mundane topic and turn it into an obsession,
I had a-
into an addiction.
I had a good conversation with some of our listeners at the meetup about cryptocurrency. It was a good time, so suck it.
Hey.
Oh, speaking of cryptocurrency, I hit my second ether today.
Congrats.
Boom! 2 ethers.
Speaking of video games that Owen's going to talk about, have you guys seen
what?
Cuphead?
You trying to steer it away from
No,
cryptocurrency?
I really want him to talk
Oh,
about
I do want to hear you talk about Cuphead because I have no idea about
I'm
it.
buying
buy
it
it?
tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
what's
I've
the
seen-
deal with it? What,
Dude, it's completely
it-
original.
I think it looks stupid.
is it like a 2D side scroller?
Showstopper.
It's based on like 1930s cartoons. Completely original
They're
artwork.
creepy, actually.
Which I hate.
It's super creepy.
Yeah.
Completely original, like a score. But apparently, like I saw somebody, they plugged it into some old boob tube, like black and white TV. Super appropriate. But like, I'm getting this game as soon as I get home.
Is it on Switch?
No.
No.
Oh,
if
that's
it was,
the perfect console.
it would be perfect.
So this is
Xbox